So when I graduated from college and I was looking for my first position, uh, I was looking for all sorts of social work related jobs, and I wasn't even, particularly looking for work in mental health, but I saw one job posting that said psychiatric survivors encouraged to apply. So I applied for the job, and I said, it's a little strange to put this on a resume, but I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder, and I think that I am this psychiatric survivor thing you mentioned, and here's my educational background, and here's this sort of my story. My job was as the family counselor, and my position there was to create groups and to create some kind of curriculum for families to help them support their relative in recovery. Often families would come and they would have an education on what the symptoms of bipolar disorder are, for example, or they would know the symptoms of schizophrenia, but they weren't educated on seeing the strengths in their relative and noticing the things that their relative is really great at and pointing those out. They weren't educated on how to have hope for recovery. When I was pregnant with my third child, I went on a maternity leave, and at that point, I asked if I could take the curriculum and create an online community, basically. So put all of the work that they had done and that I had done for many years with them online so that more people could access it. In my 12 years of working with families, I would say that what families tend to find most helpful is learning, first of all, learning that people do recover and meeting those people, hearing their stories seems to really make a big impact. A lot of the curriculum, a lot of the ways in which I work with families are around their own, how do you handle your own emotions? How do you handle your fear, your worry? How do you tolerate the uncertainty of your life right now? So basically what happens is when someone is in the class, they read a lesson, and then they do the worksheets on their own. They have their own personal encounter with it, and then they respond online in a private space as to how they feel about it. So if the lesson, for example, is on how to communicate amidst psychosis and extreme states, someone might go online and say, that toolbox or that strategy that was listed in lesson 5, I tried it with my daughter and she got really angry with me, and it didn't work at all, and then other families will pipe in and they'll say, oh, I tried it and it really worked for me, and here's what I think maybe it worked for me because I did it this way. My bottom line always is the most important tool you have to help your relative recover is your relationship with them. That's all you got. You have your relationship with them. So you can't sever that. You can't damage that. You want to just do your best to maintain that.